Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to discuss about our second resource, water resources. In last lecture, we studied about what was the topic of last lecture? Yes, it was forest. Water. Water is one of the most essential requirement of life. Earth is the only planet having source of water, so it's called water planet. About 70% of Earth's surface is covered by water, but only a small fraction of water is available in the form of surface water or ground water. Here we can see different natural sources of water like ocean, ponds, lakes, river and streams. Global distribution of water. About 70% of water is present on the earth, and among it only 3% water is usable, or that is fresh water. So in this pie chart we are able to get how that 3% of water is distributed in groundwater and surface water. We should know that water resource is not uniformly distributed on earth. In India, Cherrapunji receives highest precipitation, while the arid Rajasthan receives the lowest precipitation. Means we can see that two vice versa on the same country only. One is having highest rainfall, other is having lowest rainfall. This is a physical differences we can see on the earth or in our country. Nowadays, the increasing use of water and changing lifestyle lead to overuse of water. The surface water on earth is present in the form of oceans, seas, rivers, streams, lakes, ponds, etc. In the below picture, we can see how how water is useful for different things. In this pie chart, percentage is given how water is used for. The agriculture field is most use water, then industrial field, then domestic field. Now, use and overutilization of surface water. Water that collects on the surface of ground, including streams, rivers, lakes, wetland, reservoirs and oceans. For the domestic purpose, people use the treated water for vehicle washing, flushing and gardening. Actually, treated water is useful for drinking only, but most of people what they use for other purpose, for other domestic use also they use that treated water, which is actually not good thing, because for drinking water we use we carry on many water treatment practices and water treatment plants, so that treated water will become useless. Now industrial discharge their toxic effluent in the nearby water bodies, which further lead to many pollution problem. Most of industries like chemical industries, sugar industries, what they use to exit their discharge in the water bodies. So such bodies uh, leads to water pollution. In Kolhapur, we have best example Rankala Lake. In that lake, nearby nearby houses or nearby living people, their domestic or household discharge water is left in Rankala. That's why we can see uh, how water plants are grown there, and BOD and COD of water is also increased. So the color of water of our lake is also different. It looks green only. Modern agriculture practices causes biomagnification, bioaccumulation and waterlogging in many areas. In nowadays, many agriculture practices use lots of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, which again affect on birds and insects. Use and over exploitation of groundwater. Groundwater is the largest source of usable fresh water in the world. In many parts of the world, especially where surface water supplies are not available, domestic agriculture and industrial water needs can only be met by using water beneath the ground. So you can get how groundwater is important. Where surface water is not available, in that areas groundwater is most essential. The overexploitation resulted in the lowering of groundwater table by several hundred feet, thus becoming more expensive to harvest it. In some areas, groundwater is very deep in the earth crust. So, to extract that water, it will again a expensive process. And what happen? People, what they do, if they don't get water, they used to go down and down in the earth surface, which lowers the groundwater. Groundwater resources built up in large time span but are exhausted in much shorter time span. Groundwater uh, groundwater built up take large time, but once we start to use it, it will finish in very short time. In last few years, India has experienced more and more desertification, thereby increasing drought condition in many areas of country. So, due to early finishing of groundwater, it also caused to droughts and desertification in many parts of India. Now, mitigation of droughts. Increasing the green cover to enhance the water holding capacity of soil. Now first is, what is mitigation? Mitigation means to overcome. How we can overcome drought? So one of the worldwide known process is planting. Only planting trees is the best solution to control the droughts, which can hold the soils, which can also helps to recycle our water cycle. Proper planning and management of water resources. We have to make proper planning of water resources. Mixed agriculture practices. We don't have to carry the same agriculture practice or same cereals or same food grains continuously, which will affect the soil quality. Now, effects of droughts. Scarcity of water and disturbance in hydrological cycle. Scarcity means, what is scarcity means? Deficiency of water and distribution in hydrological cycle. So what happen due to the droughts? We get very means no less availability of water. Agriculture loss and famine. Already we see that agriculture require most of water. So if there is less water, uh, it will directly affect on agriculture field only. Soil erosion means due to due to no water, no plants, the soil will not be hold there it will not be stay there, it will be flow away. Problem of rehabilitation. In which areas there is drought, lots of people are living there, so it is again a problem to rehabilitate them from that area to other area. In this picture we can see how how the area of drought soil or drought land, we can able to see how it is dried, how the person is seated very sadly. Now again, this is a flow chart of impact of drought. Direct impact or indirect impact. Direct impact is again obviously it is on water resource only, food insecurity, land degradation and famine. Indirect impact is unemployment, people don't have job, food prices will be increased, income is less, tax revenues, they are then government unable to get taxes, and then migration of people will start, means people used to go or used to leave that place in the search of food and they used to go to live at other place. Now conflicts over water. What is the conflicts? We can say conflicts is just like quarrel. For the river, most of the rivers used to flow from one state to another state, one country to another country. So there is quarrel because of that rivers. Out of 18 major rivers in India, 17 are shared between different states. The conflict on Kaveri water between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka is almost 100 years old. Similar examples are Krishna River, Yamuna and Satluj River. The conflicts revolving around sharing of river water needs to be tackled with greater understanding and objectivity. It is essential to conserve and use this resource judicially. Now in this map we are able to know how rivers are flow from one state to another state in India. Now dams. What are benefits of dams? That is recreation, flood control, water storage, irrigation, mine tailing, electrical generation, debris control. You know all are these the benefits of dams and how dams are useful for generation of electricity and agriculture, so agriculture use. Now what are the problems related with dam? Due to dam, what happen? It's lead to soil erosion, species extinction. Why species extinction? Because most of forest we used to cut for the construction of dams. So the endemic species in that area is used to extinct. The spread of diseases. Then changes to Earth's rotation. Where there is a dam construction, due to huge storage of water, it's lead to exert pressure on the earth. So it said that the dam construction used to change the earth's rotation. Sedimentation, siltation, waterlogging, salination, these are the problems of dams. Three Gorges Dam. The Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze River in China is the world's biggest hydroelectric facility. You can see how the dam huge and vast. From the picture only we get the idea of dam. This is the biggest dam in the world. It also says that this dam has affected on the rotation of earth. This dam is built in 2012. Think in a sustainable way for a better day. Thank you, students.